Deadpool is officially in Marvel Rivals for almost a week now, and I honestly don't know how to feel about him. So Deadpool's arrival into Rivals got me and some people having mixed feelings about him. The upgradable abilities idea is really cool with his custom leveling system. I love it. But first, being all three classes with different buffs and abilities is interesting and such a Deadpool thing to do. On the other hand, he is unbannable from competitive, since you need to ban all three of his classes. His voice lines are really funny, there are many references, and of course he breaks the fourth wall with talking to Galacta. But as always, what else would you expect from our favorite fourth wall breaking horny ass anti-villain? Okay, let's dive a bit deeper into his classes. He has two different passives. First, when he lacks some HP and not on the battlefield, Healing Factor will heal him up completely, just like in the movies. And when he gets a burst of damage at once, he turns invincible for some time, making him able to survive, for example, an Iron Man ultimate. Second, you need to get style points and reach S rank in order to use his ultimate. He can charge his ultimate under 6 or 7. He can charge his ultimate under 5 to 10 seconds if done correctly. So he's the first character to get a cooldown on his ultimate, which is 38 seconds. Deadpool has two different modes, and both modes has their own set of abilities. First one is gun mode. This is his basic, long range mode where he wields his dual deagles and shoots his enemies down. In Vanguard and Duelist class, his deagles deal 40 damage, but as the strategist, he deals 25 damage to enemies, but they heal 50% to allies. If upgraded, he can charge a quote-unquote dead poop beside him. After 5 shots, it charges and shoots out towards your crosshair. When hits a wall, enemy or ally, as a strategist, it explodes, damaging enemies and healing allies in the meantime. Healing only applies if you're a strategist. Secondary ability. First, Vanguard. Deadpool throws down a unicorn bubble shield. The bubble has 250 HP but can absorb big abilities like Iron Man's ultimate. If upgraded, you're for the time you're in the bubble. His secondary ability as Duelist and Strategist is completely different. Deadpool throws out his literal fucking player icon onto the field, damaging and piercing enemies who gets hit. The icon stays there for a couple of seconds, spinning and doing constant damage. If you're a strategist, the player icon heals allies. Really good healing ability. If upgraded, Deadpool uses his player icon as a boomerang and throws it 2 more times. On the icon's last round, when the ability expires, the icon explodes, doing damage or healing. Okay, so onto his second mode, the sword mode. Deadpool couldn't be Deadpool without his katanas, and he has 2 of them. Okay, so here the damage is really interesting. Duelist Deadpool does 40 damage per hit, meanwhile Vanguard and Strategist Deadpool both deal 25 damage accordingly. If upgraded, his katanas can headshot. Yes, that's it. What did you expect? Okay, well, Strategist Deadpool gets a bonus though. If he hits enemies with his katanas, allies around him gets healed with every hit. Secondary ability. Deadpool dashes forward with his katanas dealing damage. If he's a Vanguard, Deadpool can redash 3 times if he hits his enemies. If upgraded, he gets a second charge, making him able to redash 6 times. Duelist Deadpool already has those 2 charges and 3 redashes. If upgraded, he can infinitely redash as long as he hits every dash. And Strategist, as the final, he never gets any redashes, just 2 charges. If upgraded, hitting targets sends out a burst of heal just like the upgraded primary. Okay, onto the main ability that both of the modes can use. It's called Deadpool in your area. Deadpool gets an aura which buffs him and his teammates, but depending on your class. Vanguard Deadpool gives you increased primary attack speed. If upgraded, gives damage reduction and blinds enemies. Duelist Deadpool's aura here gives you damage reduction. If upgraded, enemies get more blindness, spamming their screen full of mini Deadpools. And finally, Strategist Deadpool heals. If upgraded, gives damage boost also, and blinds. And his last ability is called Hippity Hoppity. Your meme is now my property. Okay, I made that up. But his ability is called Hippity Hoppity. So, what it does, you say? Deadpool has a second jump, allowing him to jump mid-air. He is also able to jump on enemies and allies' heads. Mario reference? Damaging or healing according to the class. He is also able to wall kick on some walls with this. Another Mario reference? On to his ultimates. First off, let's start with gun mode. It's called Skill Issue. You can choose a player to target. If the target misses any shots, they get damaged. If this ability is upgraded, damage penalty is higher, and the chosen target gets hurt passively too. His sword mode's ultimate is called Jackpot. This ultimate gives you some buffs, passive healing, speed boost, and if upgraded, you get damage boost too. This ability has a bonus Jackpot stage if hit enough enemies with the katana dash or player icon. If upgraded and achieve this bonus stage, your cooldowns are reset except the passives. Vanguard and Duelist needs 5 hits, meanwhile Strategists need 7 hits. Also, Strategist's buffs are different. He gets a healing aura around him, kinda like his main ability that heals allies. And finally, he does have a team up. If Jeff teams up with Deadpool, he gets an extra ability, throwing out Deadpool's unicorn plushie, blinding enemies and healing allies in the unicorn's range. Overall, Deadpool is a really complicated character, counting that you're gonna use more than one class with him. I'd advise you to upgrade his player icon first, as it's really beneficial early game. If you use Duelist DP, you can go for the dashes next. Infinitely annoying enemies with that is really beneficial, if you get enough heal. Then, you should almost always upgrade the deagles, as the explosion while shooting is really good. And from that, it pretty much depends on how the match goes. I usually upgrade the katana's ultimates first, since it's really good to jump in with that, if you can get the bonus stage up. But that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this quick little sum up of Deadpool. Also, I stream every Saturday on Twitch. If you're interested, make sure to check it out.